about it.
Yeah.
Whee!
Hola, amigos. Whoa, I sound terrible. Hold on. Wait, let me do that again. Hola, amigos. Welcome to Mark Out Mania.
Yeah.
I'm Pedro Borreguedro, you Texas Spaniard, and with us we got James the Extreme Sorno, aka Jim House. How are you?
I'm doing good, my friend. I'm doing good. It's been a while since we've been on here. 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Yeah, it's been a bit. So I'm ready to get back into it. Talk some pee caca. I'm ready.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
What?
Quark.
Oh, what's that?
What's with this shaker?
It's the God of Thunder, Zeus King Dark. How are you?
Good. I'm sitting here with the cat father,
Oh yeah.
La Princesa Pantera. She has her back to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zeus is with the cat today.
That's right.
It's Cat Zeus.
That's right.
let's see. Brian
Cat
Bell's in the chat. He says, Mark Out Mania, I acknowledge you. Can we have a Wild Boys and Island Boys mashup? No, we can't. We found out last night that doesn't work.
B. Brian Blair, what's going on?
We found out last night that does not work.
Yeah, speaking of acknowledgement, I heard Roman Reigns cut a promo last night, but I didn't watch it. I missed it. I heard he wants to be a tag team, or he was chopping on the Usos or whatever. I don't know. I'll find it online. I'll watch it later.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know.
The way Zeus said that.
I know. I think
interesting.
They had the apex. They had the storyline going, but now it's like it's almost like they're dragging their feet with this one now. You know, it's like the next phase is Bloodline storyline. You know,
I mean, it's all just like, I mean, like the buzz, like there's a serious lack of buzz, like since WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Since WrestleMania, it seems like the momentum is like just dropped out of everything.
Don't talk that to the
WWE,
people.
Everything.
Don't talk that to the people in Puerto Rico who went to Backlash, because that crowd was ridiculous. You know, that was the hottest crowd I've seen in a long time. I mean, they were hot for everything. Every single match, they were hot. I mean, the opening match in Backlash was Bianca Belair and Io Sky. First of all, that was a great match. It was really
James. Come back to us, James.
Time to retire them headphones.
No, neither Zeus or I have watched the show, so come back to us.
Like I said, I've seen several.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what you were saying about Bianca Belair and Io Sky?
They had a really good match. It was really good, and the crowd was so open on Io. They were chanting Io, and Io was eating it up. You could have swore she was the baby face. That's how Io was eating it up. She was stopping in the ring. She was acknowledging the crowd and like all the cheers. She was smiling. I was like, they were into it. It was really good. It was really good.
How did commentary handle that? Did they talk about being Bizarro Land or anything like that?
No. They just kept saying how this crowd is hot. This crowd is hot. This crowd is live. You know, the atmosphere. You know, that's all they kept saying. You know, it's a hot, like a hot atmosphere.
I mean, they could end up, turning, Io good and having her feud with Bayley and Dakota.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why not.
Yeah, the one of the things that I saw from that show was I'm sure you saw it, James, was Carlito doing the run-in.
Yeah.
People going ballistic.
People were going ape shit, and then he pulled out the apple, and they went nuts.
And I want to say something because I'm glad he got that moment because I saw him a few years ago at wrestling, and he seemed a little down on himself. I mean, literally, like at his table, he was not. He didn't seem very happy, and he seemed a little bit, like he didn't think he meant much to anybody. And in the match at WrestleCade that night, I believe it was a tag match, and MVP was one of the opponents, and MVP did the apple thing to mock him, and Carlito took the microphone and he's like, "Hey man," he's like, "Look," he's like, "you can't take that from me." He's like, "all I got is the apple and the hair," and I'm like, "Dude, you're a lot more than that." I'm like, people loved and hated him. I mean, I'm like, not everybody gets to be in the spotlight forever, but I'm like, sometimes it's weird when wrestlers are kind of down on themselves. So it made me very happy to see thousands of people screaming and happy to see Carlito again. That's my take.
Did we lose James again?
Might have.
Brian Bell says Carlito looks like $1 million. Moxley comes out looking like the plumber we call who doesn't care, and Carlito looked like what a pro wrestler should look like.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I think I know what's going on because my phone keeps going blank, and when it goes blank, I get cut off. I think.
Oh, you got to keep it. You got to keep it live.
Yeah, but I don't know why it's not keeping. I don't know why it's not staying alive because it usually does it on its own.
It might be something in your settings got changed or something.
Yeah. Shit. But it was he was he was eating it up too. His face, it was electric. I mean, it was so well deserved. And then they went nuts when Savio Vega came out.
Savio Vega was there?
He did the kick, he did the spinning heel kick, everything. Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Man, I haven't seen him since some of his stints in MLW in 2020, 2021.
Yeah, he was there, man. He was there doing this thing. It was good. It was good, it was good. They had they were all wearing the LWO shirts and shit like that. So it was good. It was the crowd went absolutely nuts. I mean, that crowd was hot. That crowd was even hot for Brock Lesnar, fucking Cody Rhodes.
Was that match bad or?
It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but fucking Brock, you want to talk about being busted open? Jesus, I don't know. They're saying that he got the okay for blood, but he was busted open. He had blood everywhere. I was like, look at WWE. I guess they were watching Moxley matches.
They got a lot of opportunities, and it's like, when was the last? Did they say when the last time they were in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, it was like the last pay-per-view they had in Puerto Rico was over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So like the last show I guess they had was over 10 years ago. So they were they were loving it, That crowd was loving it. Every single match they were into. All the chants, everything. They were cheering the heels, booing the faces.
Well, they're they put it together smartly. I mean,
yeah, it was a good show. It was a good show. Even that shit was Zelina Vega with the flag costume and all that shit. The fucking flag cosplay.
Yeah.
I mean, even that, I was like, she showed emotion. She was crying in the ring like her family was in the front row.
Brian Bell said Damian Priest was the man on Backlash. Too bad he isn't young. He could be a future main eventer.
Damian Priest made Bad Bunny look good. He made Bad Bunny look good. I'm shocked.
Let me look up Damian Priest, see how old he is. He is 40 years old. I did not know he was 40 years old.
Right for 40.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I mean, so like now we're like that was that whole pay-per-view. Once again we're surrounded with all these moments and these great moments and the feel good, all this feel good stuff, and it, I just like. You wonder, it's like, why can't they piggyback off this?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
A little bit more often. But I mean, we've had changes in who's doing what, and the name of the and the company and all this stuff. Man, it's crazy. It's just a weird. It's just a weird time.
It's a good. They got good. They have good storylines already in place to easily piggyback off of WrestleMania, off of Backlash, and they're just not doing it. It's not, like I mean, you mentioned about the whole thing about turning Io Sky face. That's a built-in storyline right there. All you gotta do is build up or for the crowd reaction from Backlash. Because that was a good show. I have to admit it. It was a good show from top to bottom. I was shocked. I was like, wow, this entire show is good.
And probably a lot of people don't know this, but when you have people of our age that are still fans, I mean, Puerto Rico, WWC was a hot spot for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
All you gotta do is look at the wars between. All you gotta do is look at the wars between Abdullah the Butcher and Carlos Colon.
Yeah, I mean,
those were savage matches.
Like it's like that whole atmosphere, like that whole roster that stayed mostly there. Of course, the dirty son of a bitch murderer, but
yeah,
there's a lot more than that. I mean, there was there here's somebody I saw some highlights of the other day that was a huge guy there that I haven't heard anything out of in a long time. I don't know if he passed away or not, but Hercules Ayala.
Oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah,
and I remember seeing pictures of him. I'm like, man, he had those gray streaks in his hair. It's like,
yeah.
He always looked really cool. I wonder if he passed away or something.
Hercules Ayala. Wow, yeah, I remember that.
He may have. Let me.
I remember him.
Yes, he died in 2020. He died in 2020.
Okay, so yeah.
How old was he when he died, Pedro? If you don't.
He was 69.
Wow.
But yeah, he was. He was just a huge part of that that whole the whole WWC scene.
Yeah.
And that was a huge part of.
That was hardcore before it was hardcore.
Yeah, it really was, because I mean it's just like, and just terrible for some just terrible on some of those wrestlers. They throw beer bottles and
they get fucked up. Yeah,
rocks
and
plugs. you imagine getting hit with a spark plug?
I'll pass. No, thank you.
Some asshole kid throwing it at you from 30 yards away.
Oh man, no, good. Speaking of assholes, anybody hear anything good about that cage match between Moxley and Kenny Omega?
I saw the end. I don't know if you guys heard this, but
no, but
I don't know anything about it.
I don't know anything about it. I haven't seen anything, Zeus. So give it to me.
John Callis turned on Kenny Omega to help John Moxley.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
It don't matter.
I'm trying to like it doesn't matter.
I literally wait, hold on. I literally went like this. I sat here and went.
Yeah, like and
like okay.
I mean,
I'm with my brother this weekend, so he's trying to catch me up at AEW, and I'm like feigning interest, you know. I'm like, really, that happened? Yeah. I'm like, I just can't. Even with Lux, the same thing with Lux. It's like, you know, I just can't get into it. You know.
Brian Bell says 4 3/4 stars.
Wow, that's low. I thought it'd be like 9 or some shit.
You know, like to me now,
the 4 3/4 stars. I thought it'd be like 9 stars.
It's so screwed up. Ever since I heard Dave Meltzer talk about those 10.25 star matches that Steamboat and Flair had, like, so that means a 4.75 star match. That's below average.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, so Brian Bell had shown me a graphic yesterday, and it showed a still from Bret Hart versus Davey Boy Smith from Wembley, SummerSlam '92.
Yeah.
And then a still from the Omega Moxley cage match from this week, and because both matches have the exact same rating from Dave Meltzer, and you're just like what? What?
Idiot. That guy's an idiot. I'm tired of him. I would hate more. You know, I'm just curious to see what's his favorite match of all time. His favorite match.
I know I keep saying this like forever, it feels like, but I really think we need to take the ratings with a grain of salt, and that he's just playing to a crowd.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think really for me, I didn't give. I mean, it was just kind of like to me, before I knew really anything about it. Like the guy that I was getting the tapes from in the 90s.
Yeah.
If he knew that what the Observer gave that match in stars, he would put it on there. Like he would put that, the match and the date and on the list.
Dave Meltzer, 9.5 stars.
It wasn't. He didn't even. It wasn't mentioned. The stars. So, and like usually he would only put stuff out there like if it was like a 4 or 5.
I got one of the Flair Steamboat matches from Chicago. I don't have the other one. I got the one. I got the one from what was it, Chi-Town Heat?
Rumble.
Yeah.
But my point is like, so I was aware of star ratings. But to me, it was kind of like it's just kind of a guide, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, so
like the Muto scale.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but it's really before anybody had either. But to me, it was just like, okay, so somebody thought this was a 5-star match. That, you know, I'm definitely gonna watch that. I mean, I watched everything on every tape 100 times. Right. But but then as we started getting into this stuff from about 5 years ago, when it was Omega and Okada.
2017, so about 6. Oh, we lost changing it, but about 6 years ago,
yeah. So that's when I completely threw it all away,
Yeah.
After watching those matches and seeing what those ratings, I was like, so those mean nothing.
James.
Sorry. Yeah, this is acting up today. I don't know what's going on over here.
The hamsters have left here and gone to Florida. It's,
the hamsters. I got Pedro hamsters that running my internet today. What the fuck?
Did y'all ever get tapes from Mike Lorfice? I don't know how to say his name. Mike Lorfice. Did you ever get any tapes from him?
No, all mine were from Clinton S. Freeman.
Wow.
I got tapes from a number of people in the 90s and the early 2000s.
I can't even remember the guy, man.
But yeah, Mike Lorfice, he used to put like his own ratings, plus he would list like what Meltzer's ratings were too, you know.
All I know is when my tapes all came from Philly. The guy was in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
So I would get my ECW, all my ECW handheld, like the handheld cams. I would get those shows.
Who was the child predator guy?
Yeah, you would give it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say all
of us got tapes from him, right? Yeah,
got tapes from him. All three of us met this guy.
yeah.
You know, the thing is though, like the times where I saw RF Video in person, I don't remember really seeing him. I know there were guys at that table, but I was way more interested in because I would pre-purchase the tape for that night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. Got you. Okay, got you.
Discount. It would give you $5 off if you
right.
Night.
We did that at the ECW show we went to.
Yeah.
Because they recorded every pay-per-view, every house show. That's that's the crazy thing is
all three of us been around this guy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Like if you like there's no I don't think any promotion has as extensive a history available on video, for the shows that they did. Now, of course,
I agree.
Of course, WWE has a ton of stuff that's on video, like the sheer.
They edit their shit. I hate that.
The sheer volume is in WWE clearly, but the percentage, like the percentage of ECW shows that you can get on video it's got to be in the 90 percentile.
Oh, absolutely. I could find I could find almost every show I went to in ECW on video if I wanted to. I mean, even all of us know about the title change. I was at that one, and that's available everywhere. You know,
like they have those ones from the days where they're like setting up in a fucking carnival tent.
The bar. Remember the ones they had in the bar, Zeus?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Anywhere they could get a show, they would do a show.
They had a ring set up in a fucking bar, and it was only 2 rows of people on each side. That was it.
Yeah.
And they were going at it.
Somebody on Twitter said they put the Smoky Mountain intro on, and they were like, "This is right up there with ECW," and I'm like,
"No,
I think so." It to be a joke, but I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's not up there."
No.
I should have done this at the start of the show, but I do want to say just because I was around this community for so long, I want to send condolences to the family and friends of Dean Rasmussen out there. He was famous member of the Death Valley Driver video review message boards and stuff for decades.
Okay.
Passed away recently, so just want to put that out there.
Okay.
He had lots of really funny reviews. He would write really funny reviews. Sometimes he would do really crude drawings with his reviews. I did some art for them a few times, so that's
cool.
Nice.
Good job, Pedro.
But that message board is everyone's kind of heard of
them. I mean, actually, speaking of art, I would like to see YouTube put some stuff out. You know, I haven't seen anything from you, like either one of you in a while. You know,
James, if you look, the last month in April, I was doing a figure drawing every day.
Well, yeah, all the figure stuff. Yeah. Actually, I like that stuff.
Mm.
But I think you're perfectly suited to do horror, Pedro, because fucking your shit comes out perfect.
Yeah, you could. I mean, but we've also had we've also had the Tom's Weird Life.
Yeah.
Did we just come to a little impasse, Pedro's?
No, there was 1 week I forgot to schedule it. The first week of May, I forgot to schedule it, like because I have like a lot of chapters done, right? So I just forgot to schedule it, but I did put it out this week.
Nice.
But yeah,
I was like missing so much stuff. I gotta catch up.
It's still in production. Like Bean and Violet will still get the new chapters, but the really new chapters, everyone else is catching up on.
The
Zeus has been busy making all kind of graphics.
Yeah, I have been quite busy here.
Yeah.
Been good. I've been hauling my comic book portfolio around.
Maybe it's just me. I haven't seen shit. I don't know what's wrong with me. I haven't really been online, and like every time I do go online, it's like I'll drop something on Twitter, and then that's it. I'll leave. You know. So
yeah.
I haven't really been online lately, so that's probably why. Because it feels like forever since I've told you guys. It feels like forever since I've seen anything from you guys online.
It's been over 2 weeks since.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, to be fair, at some point last year, I dropped art as a focus and focused more on the music activities.
I don't have Twitch too. I still haven't downloaded Twitch, so I got to get back on there.
You can use that on your computer too.
Yeah,
you can watch it off your computer. So.
On Wednesday, on Primetime Jams, the thing I do on Wednesdays, at the end, I did a 17-minute long version of "Wicked Game," that Chris Isaak song. Mm. And the last time I did an epic jam version of it, I like the end part where he goes, "No, he drags out the thing. Mm. I sang it so loud, I made the microphone distort and break up. Like the volume of my voice got so loud, it made the thing break up. So when I did it this time, the same thing happened again, the exact same deal. I did it so loud, the thing started breaking up.
Mm. Oh, Zeus, I like that little discussion on Twitter about the Vader big man.
Yeah,
it was Vader or Bam Bam Bigelow.
It's interesting that they get compared a lot here and there. I find, and I think some people kind of forget that. To me, Bam Bam Bigelow wasn't he wasn't like a super heavyweight,
Yeah, he was just a big guy, very agile, but a big guy.
He was. But when you talk about guys like Vader and you talk about, the guys that are like his size, I feel like are guys like Earthquake, Yokozuna, of course, Big Show. But
Bam Bam was a big man, but Vader was a monster. Yeah. Exactly right, Brian. Exactly right.
Yes.
Yeah, and that there was a thing with Vader where somewhere in his career, right, when he, like, after he became Big Van Vader, that gave him the confidence to really start putting like his foot down for like what I feel like is probably with his contracts and booking decisions and things, because he was like, we all know that Bam Bam ended up doing some bad jobs.
Yes,
that never helped his that
especially when he was with Vince. Yes,
he ended up getting treated like so many people, and they ended up it really hurt his career a lot. If it had to be ECW, who knows what would have happened to Bam.
It's funny though, Zeus. It's funny because I always, because everybody's heard the rumors how Shawn Michaels hated Vader and he pulled this bullshit backstage bullshit. I always wondered, why didn't Vader just beat the shit out of him? Just say slap him once and say cut the bullshit and let's work. Let's make some money.
Well, the thing is people asked Vader the same thing about Hogan. Like, right. Why didn't you just haul off and just knock him out? And he's like, that's just not. He's like, I'm not a fighter. I'm a wrestler and I'm a business person. And that's not how we do business. Yeah,
but someone like Michaels at that time, because he was out of his skull at that time. At that time, it was due. Just oh yeah, we got to put him in a corner one time and bang, stop the bullshit.
James, you can't like just shoot on like the boss's favorite like person or something like.
Yeah, because that was the problem, Pedro. Because he knew it. He knew that nobody could shoot on him, so that's why he did the shit that he did.
But like one of the things that I have heard that makes sense about what happened with Vader and Shawn was that they'd been doing. Vader been kind of doing a job for him on the house shows, and they didn't think that people would accept it if Vader won the match, the big pay-per-view match. So, it's just more of the illogical logic of WWF, leading to that, and Vader's run, he started out hot there, but it just. Once again, maybe if he'd have put the elephant suit on,
he
might have. No, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have ended up any better if he'd put the elephant suit.
No,
let's not kid ourselves.
but in WCW, he was pushed nicely, and it was handled well
because they knew. See, that's the whole thing. Is Vader built himself up around the world. He was a draw in Japan. He was a draw in Mexico. He was a draw in Austria. He was a draw in America. Everybody wanted to see Big Van Vader. He had the whole package. He had the aura. He had the cool helmet. He had the power bomb. He had, he just had that whole, that whole look and everything about him. You were like, oh my God, this guy could beat anybody. And then
he would get you in the corner and smack the shit out of you. It's over. I mean, he would just throw those haymakers like Jesus.
Yeah, and I mean, he kept evolving. Who he was, but
I mean, the whole program with him and Ron Simmons was good.
Yeah, and that was short. I would say definitely the run. That whole like 2 or 3 years where he was feuding with Sting and Ron Simmons and Davey Boy Smith and the him and Sid together as the what they call them, the Masters of the Power.
Masters of the Power Bomb. I remember that. Yeah,
I mean they had
He was with Sid and Bam Bam Bigelow what was he? He was part of Jersey Triad, right?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Were they?
Yeah, but Bam Bam Bigelow was part of Jersey Triad. Him, Shane Douglas, and the other idiot.
No.
Oh,
It was
I thought,
DDP.
yeah, and Canyon.
Who?
Canyon, right?
DDP and Chris Canyon were the Jersey Triad.
So, what was the faction with Shane Douglas?
Triple threat.
Triple threat.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I got my names mixed up. Thank you for correcting me.
And wasn't that interesting when I told you guys that the last tag team to win WCW and WWF tag team titles was Canyon and DDP?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah,
that blew my mind.
I always liked Canyon. I was a fan of Mortis. I love Mortis.
Yeah. But I mean, just like when you thought, like, I mean, I mean, people don't talk about that.
Right.
You know,
well, they usually give that honor to like the Dudleys and stuff, but
yeah.
But that's
after WCW got absorbed. After WCW got absorbed by Vince, all those titles.
Zeus is talking about the actual.
Yeah. If you didn't have to go work for another company, it doesn't count. It's just like this whole Ring of Honor thing. It's just,
it's
AEW Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
So, but Canyon and DDP won the tag team titles as the Jersey Triad. DDP and Bigelow won it the first time. Then they lost it, and then DDP and Canyon won it, and then they lost it, and then they won it again then they won the titles in WWF in like 2001. So that was the last team to win both. And they actually worked for, they unlike the Dudleys and the Hardys, they won they actually worked for WCW.
Yeah.
Because I don't care what people say, like whenever people argue with me about, when I say, well, if they've been in one place their whole career, they're obviously, it's not as easy as it is when you change your workplace.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Cena started out in that, in the independent, but once he got into WWE, he was there, 99.
That's all he knew. Yeah.
Randy Orton.
Except for except for when he did that independent shit out in California.
Right, but once again, I mean, it's still like, you're still looking at 99% of his.
Yeah. Randy Orton, the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Actually, Randy Orton's been all WWE. He's never wrestled outside WWE, has he?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can. He wrestled FCW, but that was still part of and OVW. He's still working for WWE.
That was WWE developmental back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's just like when you're able to go from place to place and still either maintain or adapt or however you succeed, continue to succeed, either being yourself or being what they want you to be at the time, that's, to me, that's a lot tougher than staying in one place.
Mm-hmm. Well, I agree. I mean, for all the shit that he gets, you got to give this man credit. Hogan, AWA, he was the top star. He just didn't have the strap because all those dusty finishes. Remember them? He beat Valkyrie. Oh wait, no, it was taken back. The decision was reversed. Blah blah blah. And then he came WWE, top guy. Then he went to WCW, top guy.
He wrestled around the world. I mean, he wrestled.
Yeah. Him and Muda. Oh, all those matches with Muda. Remember him and Baba. Him and Inoki.
I think Hogan just had. I think he just had that one match with Muda. that was kind of like that in between, that weird when he was getting ready to get fired by WWF.
Yeah.
He was in Japan, and he told him the WWF title was a toy.
Yeah. Yep, I remember that. Wow. Yeah.
He knew he was getting fired.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a piece of crap. I want the WGP belt.
Japan paid him a shitload of money too.
Oh yeah. I mean,
he won the first version of that belt, right, Zeus?
He won the tournament. He won the tournament.
Right.
But that was like, in Japan they did a lot of those. It's like, okay, you won the tournament, but that wasn't like a continuous title. It's like you got your trophies, you got your checks, you got your flowers, and then they do it again next year. It didn't matter who the hell was, won it the previous year. I mean, they did that because they had several. Because one of them was like called like the MSG Tag League or something like that, and
they had a bunch of different names for it. Yeah.
I mean, I
remember.
Yeah, I mean, because they would do tag leagues and they would do 6-man tag tournaments and singles tournaments and different things. So
who was the first? I'm trying to remember.
I'll look it up.
What year was it? It was the first IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Okay, it says. Well, let's see. It says 1987. Antonio Inoki event IWGP Champion Series. Inoki defeated Masa Saito in a tournament final. Then he vacated it in May of '88 due to fracturing his left foot. And then Tatsumi Fujinami wins it in '88. He defeated Big Van Vader to win the vacant title. Then he vacated it, held up after defense against Riki Choshu, ends in no contest. Then he beats Choshu in the rematch. Then he vacates a year later, and Van Vader beats Hashimoto in the tournament final.
That tournament, so that Battle Satellite in Tokyo, that was the first event in the Tokyo Dome. It was the first event of any kind in the Tokyo Dome, and that was that tournament was a VHS tape that you could buy out of the wrestling magazines, and I used to have that, and it had Masachono, Shinya Hashimoto with beard.
Yeah,
it had the Russian guys, Hashimikov and Zangief, and
the card's crazy.
Yeah, and that was like the Vader, the big, Vader's big, his first crowning achievement.
I don't even know how to say this guy in the main event. Shota Chochishvili.
Yeah, Chochishvili or something like that.
He beat Inoki for the WWF World Martial Arts Heavyweight Championship.
Wow.
Right. That turned into the Greatest 18.
Right.
Okay, right.
Yeah, and that match was really famous because Chochishvili supposedly broke Inoki's arm.
Oh.
In the match, yeah, and see all those matches, they would take the all the ropes would be taken down for those style of matches, because that was part of that, where Inoki wanted to show the world, that he was a real martial artist when he really was.
I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Diallo Wolf. Hello. All right, what's going on?
Hey, Wolfie.
He's here. Oh my god,
Wolfie. I apologize for what your ears are about to hear, because these are we are three old men who curse and complain.
There are no filters here on Markout Mania. So,
This is not super happy. Sing you a song, Pedro. This is
Hold on. I'll be like, please forgive us, forgive me for the things that will come out of my mouth.
It's a mark-out Mania thing, Pedro. It's okay. Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, those first few years of the IWGP Heavyweight title, is really kind of like Choshu, Fujinami, and Vader kind of had a chokehold on it.
Yeah.
On the belt until Muta won it, and then Hashimoto won it, and like Muta and Hashimoto, and they kind of helped take it away from Fujinami and Choshu kind of got moved to the that kind of that legend status.
Yeah. When did Nagata win it?
Who?
Oh, Yuji Nagata?
Yeah. 2001 or 2002, right? 2002, maybe?
It was 2002, yes.
Yeah. I didn't even have to look it up.
Yeah.
Look at that, Pedro. Good job, brother.
Well, because he won the G1 in 2001, right. So I thought it's like it has to be sometime after there.
Yeah, he beat Tadao Yasuda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm still not buying Sonata as your fucking IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Well,
he is your IWGP.
I'm not buying it, Pedro. I'm sorry, I'm not.
It's your fault, James. They're finally listening to you.
James is like, I want a recount.
Right?
He's filing papers in Tokyo right now.
How dare you screw over at Okada? What's wrong with you?
He's like, where's Kyrie Lake's lawyers?
Damn.
Pedro, don't you? This is what we get. This is what we get for making fun of James. Remember when Sonata and Evil were tag champs, and
yeah.
And, James like, oh man, these guys could be singles champions, You're like,
yeah, damn, just okay.
Yeah, I mean, a lot happened since then.
But then you actually give them the belts, and then you're like, oh no, you no good. Because I remember when Evil was double champ, and then all of us were like, no.
Hey, you want to talk about someone who couldn't be in a worse position in their promotion? I was just curious about this because I had seen something about this the other day, but Angelico in AEW / Ring of Honor Stratosphere or whatever. That whole orbit of bullshit. He did a job to Commander in like 6 minutes on one of the Ring of Honor shows recently.
I mean, are you really surprised, Pedro? Honestly,
no. I mean, Brock Anderson did a job in like 3 minutes to Brian Cage on that same show, so it doesn't even.
Brian Cage, just what happened to him?
Well, he's not any good.
This is true. Hey, we really Lucha Underground really put a veil over all our eyes on a lot.
Yes, I admit to it. Oh, absolutely.
The editing and stuff helped so many people on Lucha Underground.
I thought, with all the editing and Lucha Underground, fucking Pentagon would look like fucking, like God of Gods, and then you see him in a fucking house show, you're like, really?
Well, I mean, so because I was seeing him on the stuff from Mexico, I knew he had a lazy streak, but I was like, well, the Lucha Underground stuff is good. Like, why can't he be that way everywhere? And then you find out later, he's the lazy version everywhere. They just had the editing helping him in Lucha Underground, the editing and direction helping him in Lucha Underground. But he's just
all the editing, exactly. All the editing.
Mean, it's like Brian Cage. When he was anywhere else, he was garbage. and it was like, oh, he was so much cooler in Lucha Underground, and you're like, oh, he was just garbage there too. It's just
everybody was cool on Lucha Underground. Even Sammy Guevara, he was cool on Lucha Underground. You know, everybody was.
You know, Zeus, that one thing you said in the past few years about we probably shouldn't revisit the past is really true. That clip you put up of that AJ Styles All Out match.
I saw that this morning, yeah.
Once upon a time, like, we thought that was cool, like 20 years ago. We're like, oh, this is cool. And then now we're like, oh, I feel embarrassed. Like,
well, but you remember when everybody thought AJ Styles was the second coming?
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, AJ Styles. Well, and then AJ Styles turned into John Cena, kind of. Where, you know, 5 moves, that's it.
You mean you can't see him? No, I'm just
you idiot. Fucking Pedro.
But it's just like everybody didn't like they didn't stop to think of whether or not they could do it. They should have stopped to think of whether or not they should do it.
Right, exactly. Right.
Because you're physically able to blast out this fucking amazing, sequence of moves in 15 or 20 minutes doesn't mean you should.
Yeah. Right. You're absolutely right, Zeus. You're right.
Like, it's just where nothing hurts anymore. Yeah. Nothing hurts anymore. But yet, I watch, a world class or whatever, and there's, somebody just belting somebody with some forearms. It looks like it hurts a hell of a lot more than a damn stupid Canadian destroyer.
That's their favorite move, right, Zeus? all we need right now is Yoshihashi to have that as his finisher.
I mean, just any finish from Yoshihashi is laughable.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Mean, like he would not, like, in the 80s. I mean, they would have sent him packing.
Yeah. What? See ya. Bye-bye. See ya.
You're saying that Yoshihashi wouldn't have been putting down Vader, going,
He would have ripped his head off, eat his body, and kicked his head up and
down. Can you imagine Vader having a job to Yoshihashi? Holy shit. No way.
I don't know. Mr. Single Awareness Day would be a hard hand to beat with his It's like his behavior in the ring at times is like a child who's been abandoned by his parents.
I'm saying,
and it's just crying all the time, and all he does is scream.
Can you imagine looking at the booking sheet and going, "Oh, I got to put over Yoshihashi tonight"? Oh, why?
The thing is, though, is with the, and we've said this, the roster is so tight in New Japan right now that eventually you're going to wrestle everybody. You know, and like I was saying the other day or the other week or whatever. They really should be running, an A group and a B group.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still not even buying Okada, Tanahashi, and Ishii as your never openweight fucking triple, trio stores, 6-man tag.
But I mean, it's just, you have so many titles, right? You have so many singles titles right now. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then you look at, because we look at the cards through prediction, and it's just like multi-man match, 8-man, 10-man match.
Yeah.
Man, it's like 3. Sometimes there's like 3 8-man matches on a card.
Yeah.
What's having a king of KOPW champ, a TV champ, all these other champions, and nobody's defending their belts?
Okay, now hold on before we go any further. Okay, I did not know that Okada, Ishii, and Tanahashi were the never open weight
Yeah,
six.
Yeah,
When did
yeah.
Narita and
But then didn't Narita and them just win it just like 2 or so months ago?
yeah. Well, I mean that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
a time.
And supposedly Ishii and Tanahashi made up in the ring or some shit. They shook hands.
I'm looking at the stuff here. Okay, so there's almost a CMLL level number of titles in New Japan. Not quite, but
No, it's a
well,
lot. It's a lot.
James, to be fair, in CML they have something like 30 to 40 championships.
That's ridiculous.
Let's see. Let me count. There's 13 titles. There's I can't believe this. There's just too many belts.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot of belts.
it's ridiculous.
Way too many belts.
And the like the damn the 6-man belts don't even get defended in 6-man matches.
Nope.
Not very often. I mean, it's just the booking there is crazy. That there's the, I mean, of course, I would be happy to see a card, but if I was somebody that lived in Japan, like you don't have to go to every event. I mean, it's just like sometimes people are like, well, how is like say just for instance, like say how is Zack Sabre Jr. only ever had like 2 matches with Osprey or whatever in New Japan? Well, it's because there's so many multi-man matches.
Yeah.
They faced each other in those, but for a long time,
that belt is ugly too. That fucking TV championship that he has, that shit is disgusting.
Yeah, it looks like those old gold bracelets from the 80s.
Shit's a horrible.
Remember those?
Yeah. Actually, speaking of belts, how hard is WWE going to keep pushing that new World Heavyweight Championship belt down our throats? Everywhere you turn, the belt.
They figure the more they show it to you on screen, the more prestige it gains, even though it has no history.
They had a good design going, and then they stuck that big, ugly pewter gray WWE right smack in the middle of that shit. It looks like shit.
Yeah, I mean,
it's supposed to be like a hybrid of the big gold. I'm like, really? No.
Hey, I'm going through some of these title reigns. Some of these things are just ridiculously short. Tama Tonga already lost the never open weight title. Finley's the champion now.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that happened. When did that happen?
It says 10 days ago.
Really? I didn't even know that happened.
Let me see. Let me look here. New Japan Wrestling Dontaku. David Finlay defeats Tama Tonga. 25 minutes and 1 second long. Title change. I'm looking at cage match. Let me see what else is on this show. This show also had Sonata defeated Hiromu in his first title defense.
Hiromu?
Yeah, Takahashi. It says.
I know. Why is he fighting Hiromu?
Well, let me tell you the ridiculous thing here. It says Sonata with Duki, Taichi, Taka Michinoku, and Kanemaru defeats Hiromu Takahashi with Bushi, Shingo, Tetsuya Naito. Like, they just had a gazillion, the whole stable's out, and it got 1, 2, 3, 4. It got 4.5 stars from Dave Meltzer.
It's the Breed Brian Blair fucking star rating system.
On the same show, see David Finlay defeated Tama Tonga. David Finlay with Gato defeats Tama Tonga with Jado for the never open weight title, 25 minutes long, 4 1/4 stars from Dave Meltzer.
Lord. Stop.
Chaos and Tanahashi defeated Strong Style for the never open weight. 4.5 stars from Dave Meltzer. New Japan World Television title match. What's with all these hanger-ons? Zack Sabre Jr. with Kosei Fujita, Mikey Nichols, Shane Haste goes to a 15-minute time limit draw against Jeff Cobb with Aaron Henare, Francesco Akira, Great O'Khan, Kylo Fletcher, and TJP.
Is that a 12-man match?
It's a TV title match. It's just it's a singles match. These are all the hangers on next to the people, like they're seconds.
That's ridiculous.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. All these matches have a gazillion seconds. Like, what the fuck?
Did you just?
What happened to New Japan?
Like, well, it between Gato and that announcer dude that are doing the booking, it's just.
Yeah, but Gato booked before Zeus, and it wasn't like this.
Hey, but like I was saying, he's not the only booker. That guy that pissed off.
Hey,
what's his name? Left.
Hold on a moment here. Let's be honest. The booking in New Japan has been bad for a long time now. It's not. This is not a recent development. It's been about 2 years of the booking kind of going, downhill.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of 1,000 little cuts, right?
Yeah.
Like, you guys remember that first year where they left out Suzuki out of the G1?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was a stupid idea. They've had a lot of boner ideas. And
do you want another boner idea? Actually, I read this morning that guess who's trying. I read this morning. Guess who's trying to make a comeback with New Japan?
Who's that?
Kota Ibushi.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how. I don't even know how that's going to work. How's that going to work?
James is like the sassy black mother on the. Now you want to eat dinner? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a stunt double from 227. Mm-hmm. But yeah, how's Kota Ibushi going to work now? Like really? Are you going to bring back a 40-year-old plus? Like, okay. I mean, granted, he's not normal. I mean, he's like superhuman, but really? All you got to do is jump on his neck one time. It's a wrap. I'm sorry.
Hey, hold on. Zeus, where? I never saw that card. Where was that card part of?
That was a check-in card.
Tony Khan has a huge announcement. He now books New Japan.
It was arena check-in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. I forgot to share that with you the other day. You guys the other day when
what, the Zusu card? Hold on.
Yeah, it was a check-in card from. I didn't get it obviously because I don't live in Japan.
Yeah,
but they show it in the news.
Oh shit!
News, yeah.
That's nice.
It's like I check the news thing, even though like every time you go to it, it's like, hey, it's new news, and it's like there's nothing there. But I usually like to check it. So
I still. Why is he fighting Hiromu? Like, Hiromu really is a title contender? Like, really? Hiromu?
Well, as the junior heavyweight champion, the junior heavyweight champion typically gets a shot at the heavyweight belt.
Really?
Yeah.
I like what Brian Bell says. Tony Khan has a huge announcement. He now books New Japan.
Yeah.
Tony Khan, what a fucking clown.
Booking is pretty bad across the board in the whole wrestling world right now.
Yeah. So. It is. It is, and it's a shame too because WWE has a storyline that people are invested in. Actually, a few because a lot of people invested in a lot of people invested in the Rhea Ripley storyline. Him and Dom, her and Dom, and all that shit. But they're not pushing it. I mean, it's not being, really flesh it out,
Well, I mean, they put a lot of flesh into that. The Dominic Mysterio, they put a lot into that.
Yeah.
I'd say easily that's probably the most fun story that they've got going that people are.
You know what? I give the E credit for this. That they took Dominic Mysterio's weakness because he sucks, and they fucking turned it into a positive. Because he's a whiny little bitch, and they turned him into a whiny little bitch, and it's perfect.
Right, but like, oddly enough, that's really like an old school idea. Is like, you take an undeserving, piece of crap, and you make them the heel.
Yeah.
That's why, a lot of people have said for years and years, it's like, well, the really good wrestlers are usually the heels because they've got to take care of the pretty boys.
Yeah.
That the fans love.
The thing about Mysterio is, I'm talking about Dominic, is that he's over as a heel because every time he grabs the mic, he gets booed out of the building.
Yeah,
he gets heat.
Yeah,
and I'm like, this guy's fucking over.
No way heat. It's people want to see him get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
I mean that's your goal. That's your goal if you're a heel. It's like in AML right now. Brad Attitude won the heavyweight title again. I hate that guy. If I was going to the next show, I'd be like, I don't care who you're wrestling, I want them to win. Because he beat Caprice Coleman the first time, and then White Mike beat him, and then he beat White Mike back apparently. So one of the rare 2-time AML heavyweight champions. So, but that
AML is one of the best belts in the business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So that belt is fucking ridiculous.
And they have a backup.
Really?
remember it got stolen?
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It disappeared. It reappeared right after you finished the new one.
That's a beautiful looking belt, man.
It's a heavy momo.
Yeah, that's right. You held it, right?
You put it on me.
Yeah, that's right. He put it on Zeus. He was the AMO champ. The Road Warrior Scholar was the AMO champ for about 5 minutes.
The funniest thing was there was this other independent wrestler who's bald and had mustache and goatee, and he was making a comment about something, and then I put my picture underneath in the comments, and with the belt, with the AML belt, and the other wrestler was like, "Oh, look, now this guy's pretending to be a champion in other places," and I'm like, "No, that's not him. That's me."
No, I'm sorry, that's Zeus.
I get that all the time. Tank Abbott, Stone Cold.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's Zeus. No, it's not Tank Abbott. Tank Abbott, what a fucking another waste.
He's got amazing hair now. Like,
does he?
He has, like, the bushy haired guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Like, his hair is like that, but it's like wavy. It's just like a cross between that guy and like 80s hair.
I'm sorry, but what an uninspired run in WCW.
Well, once again, he was a badass at first, and then they pair him with 3 count, right?
Yeah. Oh, 3 count. Oh my God.
Mom, I want to I want to see Too Cool with Rikishi. Son, we have Too Cool at home. Too Cool at home.
I want to see Too Cool with Rikishi. No, you get 3 count instead. Evan Courageous, right? What is his name? Evan what?
Yeah.
Sugar Shane and
yeah, that's right. Evan Courageous, Sugar Shane, and the other idiot.
The one
Was it Jimmy Wang or
no.
From that was with Matt Hardy and Matt Hardy 2.0.
Oh, what was that guy's name?
Yeah. Shit, I forgot his name.
He's married to that. He's married to that female. Who's pretty decent.
He's married to that female who's pretty decent. I'll try to narrow that down. Dude.
That's pretty decent. I didn't think you
I'll try to narrow. Yeah. Shannon Moore.
There you go.
Brian Bell told us. Brian Bell,
good job, buddy. Shannon Moore. Brian Blair stepping through. Dude. Coming through with the answer. Shannon Moore. There you go. Right. That guy. Jesus. Oh. Yo, remember Billy and Chuck?
Yes.
Oh. Chuck Palumbo was brutal.
See, Moore's been married twice. Crystal was a professional singer. His second wife, Julie Youngberg, a WWE seamstress, and then divorced in 2017.
No tag team I like, but they shot that shit down. I don't know why, because I thought they were over. I used to like.
Hey, look, Angie's in the house.
Hey, Angie,
what's going on, Angie? How the hell are you?
Angie.
Go Dodgers. The tag team that I like that they were over in WCW, but they shut them down. I was a fan of the West Hollywood Blondes. Hello. Okay. Did you guys hear what I said?
Yes, West Hollywood Blondes.
Right. Okay. I don't know if I got cut off again. Sorry.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, I used to like Lenny Lane and the other guy.
Lodi.
There you go. Lodi. They're all right.
Lindsay Snow's the girl's name.
Okay.
Who? Lindsay Snow.
Okay.
Angie said,
what's going
Go
on?
Dodgers, Yankees. What is happening?
Hey, listen, they beat the Rays last night. That's all I care about, okay? So it's a 4-game series. It's tied 1-1. And game 3 is today at 1 o'clock. So we'll see what happens. They'll beat me up. I know the Yankees are in last place in the American League East. It's funny because they are over 500 team in last place. That's wild.
James, I like West Hollywood Blondes. Everyone goes silent.
I know, right? Everybody's like, yeah, okay. West Hollywood Blondes? Yeah, okay, sure, why not? They suck. I liked them. I thought they were over. I liked them. WCW had a few bright spots. A few. Yeah.
Oh, so
I think the biggest mistake they did was hiring fucking Vince Russo. That was disgusting.
Oh, there's all kind of mistakes.
That was horrible.
Who knows?
Vince Russo, and then they made that stupid Oklahoma character with fucking Ed Ferraro, right? Oh, that was horrible. And then they put the strap on David Arquette.
Don't remind me.
How did David Arquette hold the big gold?
They put the belt on Vince Russo even.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's horrible. That's just horrible.
I mean, at least David Arquette's like a celebrity. Vince Russo
David
is just a writer.
David Arquette doesn't belong in the ring. Did you see that stupid match with him and Nick Gage?
Yeah,
well, I mean, that wasn't. Let's be fair. That was not David Arquette's fault.
No, true.
For doing a death match with, somebody like that. That's definitely on him. But he expected somebody to be professional and safe and whatever. So.
Yeah, Gage is not professional and safe. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care.
That was the beginning of the end.
Oh my God, Angie!
He made that documentary and all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, actually, speaking of the new season of Dark Side of the Ring starts soon, right? I think May 30th.
Oh wow.
I think the first episode is, I think it's Sunny and
I mean, right off with a train wreck. Sonny and Chris Candido.
yeah.
Jesus.
David Arquette has donated all earnings in professional wrestling to the Wrestlers Widows Fund.
That's very nice of him.
Can't hate on
That's
him.
nice. No, absolutely. Well, then if he did that, absolutely zero hate there, Brian Bell.
And
Zero
Angie
hate.
said, "But when you sign up for a death match while you're on blood thinners, yeah, that isn't very smart."
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, and then you sign up with Nick Gage of all people too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Garbage can wrestling.
yeah, exactly.
Yes, Zeus, this is the state of wrestling, and no.
Hey, Angie, are you getting to go to any New Japan cards that coming to California? Let us know. We need our California correspondent back.
Yeah. Andy used to go to some. She went to some good shows out there. You know,
she got to see Okada and
mm-hmm. I'm jealous because she got to see Okada. I want to see Okada.
I want to see Okada too.
Shit.
I can't think of who I want to see at the moment. Probably, I just want to sleep. That's what I want more than anything.
I want to see Okada.
I and of course I want to see Despy.
Mm-hmm. And of course, well, even though you hang out with him every weekend, but Tanahashi.
If they ever do another card up this way,
I'm surprised they don't do more upstate New York cards. I mean,
it's like dude, this state is kind of messed up right now. There's a lot of people moving away. From like 300,000 people moved away last year.
Really? Damn.
State, yeah. Like
please don't come to Texas.
You're getting the Californians.
Yeah, I know. We've been getting them since like 2017.
500,000 people moved out of California last year.
California. Hi, I'm actually going to a show in June. Good job, Ange. Yeah.
Oh, cool. What show?
Yeah. What show are you going to, Ange?
Oh,
I'm sorry, Zeus. Go ahead.
I think that show with Matt Cardona is tonight. I'm not going to that.
Yeah, you were going to go to that.
Yeah,
right?
I think you're going to go to that, Zeus.
They're terrible. I follow them. They're terrible about promoting on Twitter.
Really?
I haven't seen anything from them this week. You would think you would. Maybe they need.
What's the main event?
Cardona and the local guy. It's a lot of local people. I'd never heard of anybody other than Cardona, I don't think.
Okay.
IWP is what Angie said. She's going.
IWP?
I never heard of it.
I got to check that out. IWP. IWP.
WKRP. And
What's really crazy is
in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
What's crazy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe I follow Matt Cardona too.
Well, he won't be with Chelsea Green because isn't she on the road now? WWE full time.
Who?
His wife, Chelsea Green. Isn't she on the road full time now with WWE?
It's ESW tonight. Matt Cardona versus Kevin Bennett.
Right.
I don't know who Kevin Bennett is.
Who the hell is Kevin Bennett?
Yeah. Yeah, then there's the tag team title, the High Seas versus To Infinity and Beyond.
Oh.
I'm not making it up. I'm sure they look like.
You're no good.
Versus James Sega, Vince Balor versus
you're pee caca.
James, we're supposed to be hyping it up, not.
Listen.
Oh yeah, I mean, are we?
Dog collar match: Vince Balor versus Frank Feathers.
Oh, you could go watch a dog collar match. You and James can talk about watching dog collar matches live.
Christina Marie versus Ray Lynn, and Bang Bros versus CXR.
Oh, hold on, Bang Bros. Bang Bros. Did you say Bang Bros?
Team is.
Do they come in on a van?
Dude, I don't know.
Moving when they come in?
It's going to be on IWTW Live.
The what?
Bang Bros.
It's going to be on IWTW Live.
Oh, it's gonna, James. We can stream this. We can watch it on stream.
Yeah, even Brian Bell said that West Hollywood Blonde should be on that show. I'm saying, yeah, exactly with Bang Bros. Fucking porno name. That's hot. Oh my stars and
garters. It could
garters.
be a fun show.
Yeah, I mean, dog collar match. You know. I mean, we've all seen the worst one already, so it can't be worse than that. You know, that AEW caca. So
now, James, let's not challenge the universe to produce a worse one. Like, I'm sure there's bound to be a worse one somewhere. And
that was bad, Pedro. That was horrible. Come on.
We're talking about the Cody Rhodes one.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
That one was terrible. Yes.
That was terrible.
And I don't see her name on the thing, but you know, Cardona has that Steph DeLander.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she's on Impact now.
Lately. So maybe she's with him tonight. I don't know.
Actually, she was on a few Impact shows. I saw her on a couple of Impact shows. Steph DeLander, a.k.a. the other whore from...
No. You're thinking of...
James.
You're thinking of somebody else, I think.
No, she was with... she was in NXT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was with Indy Hartwell.
I thought you were talking about that De Laurentiis woman.
No. The chick was in NXT with Indy Hartwell.
Okay.
And then she got released, and then she showed up on Impact for a few shows. So, yeah. Under the Steph DeLander name. But I forgot her name in NXT.
So Shingo and Osberg are having a match in Rev Pro in August. Isn't that about the same time when
G1? Right?
Yeah, but but that also, when is the London show for AEW?
Oh, who gives a fuck?
Pedro's like, anything AEW is like,
I'm like, wait. Say that again.
What?
I'll give you my live reaction. Just
AEW, yeah.
When the AEW London show is going to be?
Did they sell out?
Pedro, you muted yourself. You ruined it. We can't.
Did they sell out?
Who probably? Who knows?
Oh.
Who knows? People probably. I could see all the people there wanting to go see it. I mean, it's the first time to go over there. So.
It's the first big company to come there since there wasn't WWE since WCW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since Sid stabbed Arn, right?
Oh, but wait a minute, Angie. My bad. I thought it went by IWP, but it doesn't. It's an old woman show with Tessa Blanchard and the Traveling Whore.
Oh my God! Dang, James.
What?
Dang, James.
Hard. She's gonna be there. She's gonna be in Cali, the Traveling Whore. Or your husband's locked up.
Yeah. Now Angie's gonna be there. She's gonna run into Melina. She's gonna accidentally say "traveling whore" or something. It's gonna be like.
I'm gonna get that shit on a T-shirt.
Dude, well, there's already a lunchbox, so.
It's already a lunchbox.
So crazy and zoned out. She's probably just not anyway.
Yeah, right. I thought she was running with NWA. No.
Who?
James, what is it you keep saying? She's a traveling.
Yeah, she's everywhere.
You can't hold that whore down.
No, I can't hold her down. She's everywhere. East Coast, West Coast, this promotion, that promotion.
Oh my goodness.
I whore and I travel, hence traveling whore.
Damn.
I like Melina.
Melina passes through Florida, James. He's like, I like Melina. It's a good time. Oh, never mind. That I took it too far. But
yeah. Shane Douglas is in my garage.
Oh my God.
He's cleaning out James' garage.
Ultimate Women's Wrestling. She's not going to throw James under the bus. And
Thanks,
after all of that, it's like, I like Melina. He's all dogging her.
Ultimate Women's Wrestling. Okay.
It's like
Ultimate Women's Wrestling. Okay.
No.
Tessa Blanchard. She's like, she can't get signed by anybody. That's sad. It's sad. It's sad because she's good in the ring. She's young and she's good and just she's our worst enemy.
I'm not gonna say she's good.
She's a lot better than a lot of people in the ring now.
Who knows?
I mean, who knows? I mean, because she's wrestled once in the last 3 years.
Yeah, but she's still young, Zeus. Remember, she's still in what, her 20s?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't mean
she's young. She's young. She's not old. She's young.
Yeah.
I just hate to see wasted talent. It just wasted. She's her own worst enemy.
Well,
I mean,
no.
she got invited to the Mae Young. She was invited to the Mae Young Classic and she fucked that up.
Brian Bell, no. The new dynamic tag team Bang Bros should have Melina manage them. No.
How would she even cut a promo? Her mouth would be full. Oh,
damn it, James.
Sorry, Aunt. I know you like Melina.
When the van is a rockin' stone bar.
Hey, bros.
The thing is, Melina's not going to be our first guest on the show. She's not going to be our.
No. Damn it. Her or Yoshihashi.
What? If we had, it seems we've had Yoshihashi on. Basically, just ask any question. Just ask a question for Yoshihashi.
I can't. No.
You ask him, so how are you doing?
Yeah. I'm sure my picture's on his fucking dartboard.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, but you're protected by AIDS, so you're good.
You're protected by AIDS, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't even know is it NXT's having another pay-per-view coming up in Massachusetts? I forget the name of it. It's supposed to be good.
I did.
Are we gonna try to get do like a backlash and have all the famous Bostonian wrestlers?
Yeah, I guess. Let
me see.
Oh, here comes Kevin Sullivan. Here's Larry Bird.
Nobody's jumping out of their seat. Kevin Sullivan runs to the ring.
God. How old is he now? But he's got to be in his 70s, right? Kevin Sullivan?
They don't call them takeovers anymore, do they, James? Or
they do. But only certain shows. Excuse me. Only certain shows are called takeovers.
Okay, let me get to 2023.
I'm not a fan of hers. Okay, Ange.
So Battlegrounds on May 28th. So May 27th.
Battleground. There you go.
Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, and May 28th is Battlegrounds in Lowell, Massachusetts. And so far it says Carmelo Hayes versus Braun Breaker for the NXT title, and TBD versus TBD. So a lot of TBD. So Lyra Valkyrie, is that she was in she had a different name in NXT. Yeah. I saw some clips.
Io Valkyrie, right? It was Io Valkyrie, yeah.
I saw some clips of from NXT recently on Instagram of just recent stuff, and I was like, I don't need to know about any NXT stuff for a good long while because it's just a bunch of flippy bullshit right now. So every clip I see is just flippy bullshit going on in NXT. I'm just like,
I like what they're doing with Cora Jade because they're really bringing out the heel in it, so it's good. And now her boyfriend's heel, so they're perfect together. Him and Braun Breaker.
Angie said on YouTube, I saw a great TV match with Barry and Rick versus Eddie Gilbert and an unknown wrestler who turned out to be Ricky Steamboat. It was a really good match for TV. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That was fantastic. That's actually the match that I got in that Twitter argument back in the day with Rip Rogers about, him saying that, nobody should come out as a surprise. You should announce people. Sell tickets. Like, you don't think that fucking match right there sold a shit ton of tickets?
Yeah. I mean, hello. First of all, you got Barry Windham, Ric Flair, and Eddie Gilbert. Just Eddie Gilbert alone, I mean, come on. Eddie Gilbert was the man.
Steamboat had been gone for, what, 3 years?
That was after his WWF run, right? After his second WWF run, right?
Yeah. Well, he was, yeah. Because he was in WrestleMania. He was in WrestleMania 4, and then he's gone before 88's over, right? And so then he's back.
But I mean, it did like 85 when he left.
Right. Yeah, Andrew, I've been to a bunch of live NXT shows. They're good live, man. NXT is a good show. I mean, it is. They put on a good show. Some of this shit on TV, left to be desired, but they put on a good show live.
All I know is all the clips I saw were just wrestler after wrestler doing flippy shit, and I'm finished with the flippy shit. I'm just finished with it. It's just convoluted, stupid bullshit.
Especially when it's just nobody doing any. When people are, they're doing all these long, convoluted spots, and it's like, you are not the Venom Mob. You cannot do a 7 second. And there's they filmed, for 12 hours at a time, and in the middle of the fucking night in Hong Kong. That's
we're gonna get a Venom Mob inspired team now in wrestling.
Angie says he kept telling Rick to get back in his sandbox, and Rick would step out of the ring. Oh, look at that! That's hot. That's hot. Woo! Ric Flair, the greatest. He should have retired that day after that WrestleMania match with Shawn. His legacy would have been intact. But instead,
money, money, money.
That's what happens when you have 19 ex-wives.
Y'all seen any movies or anything lately?
I've been on. I'm sorry, just go ahead.
Well, I was saying I was watching. Shit, what's the name of this one? Is it Inside Man? Is that what it is?
Inside. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's good.
On Netflix, I that for a second time.
I've been into this documentary swing lately on Netflix. I saw the Texas Killing Fields. It was good, doc. It was all right.
Have you guys seen that one about the that family from South Carolina? Like they killed several people, like that, even in their own family. It's just nuts.
I haven't seen this.
I think I've seen something like that. I don't know if it's that one. But I saw something. I don't know. But it sounds familiar about the family from the Carolinas. They killed they butchered their children, and then they actually led the search themselves. You got to find my kids, and then they find it.
The Murdaugh murders.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah.
Alex Murdaugh murdered his wife. Son. They murdered some like they had one son who was gay, and they like killed his friend, and it's just terrible. And like they were so rich and in with all these judges and politicians and police, and they couldn't. They were pretty much untouchable for a long time. And then the guy, he killed his wife and son at their home, and it's crazy.
I'm gonna watch Wakanda Forever today. See if it's any decent. Again, I'm gonna give it a second twirl.
I still haven't seen it. I've not seen. It just haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything in the theater since Endgame. And then I watched Black Widow, and the prequel movie thing, and
I watched Evil Dead Rise. I thought that was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Is that a series?
No. It's part of the Evil Dead. The whole movie. It's like a sequel. It was good. It was okay. Nice. It was actually produced by Bruce Campbell, so that's good. Ash himself produced it. So
I watched a movie from Thailand from 2013. It was called Pimak.
What's it about?
It is about this guy goes to war, and he comes back, and his wife is actually dead, but her ghost is like pretending to be alive. It was some romantic comedy.
Okie doke.
It was all right.
Interesting.
I started watching some show called From Me to You, some Japanese drama.
How's How's that?
What was that?
How was that?
Oh, it's all right.
I tried to look at the Netflix animated series, the Pacific Rim.
Well,
oh yeah, Pacific Rim.
In a damn bar.
Yeah, someone is either, I don't know what's going on, but someone is washing dishes or
kitchen, banging beer bottles.
No, yeah, I'm in the kitchen trying to get a beer. My bad.
How's Pacific Rim? Oh, take care, Angie.
So,
Bye, Ange.
I tried watching it before. It just has a hard time. I have a hard time getting invested in it. I just can't. I get tired of it after an episode or so, and I'm just like, it's just like, just doesn't pull you in. It's like,
doesn't do it for you.
I mean, the creatures look great. The mechs look great. I think it's meant for younger people.
Yeah.
But like Singular Point, I love Singular Point. You know,
That was a good. I enjoyed Singular Point. I thought it was a good series.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot.
It's like visually, it's got so much to look at. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Have any of you seen Uncle from Another World?
No.
That one is hilarious. It is hilarious. So I recommend watching that if you want to laugh. Yes, it's hilarious.
I watched. I did for the 9th millionth time. I did a binge on The Sopranos.
Oh yeah. How was it?
Yeah, you know, I could watch that all day, any day. You know, that is Sons of Anarchy. I could watch all day, any day.
I enjoyed The Sopranos.
Yeah.
I remember, it's kind of one of those things where it, kind of devolves into a Greek tragedy at the end. And I felt like Sons of Anarchy was a lot like that toward the end, in its own way. Oh, hey, Pedro, y'all, are you and Stephanie going to watch some more Better Call Saul?
We lost James. James, come back. Yes, we the last episode we saw was 8, so we still have like 4 or 5 episodes. 13. Hold on, James.
God damn, Pedro's hamsters are killing me.
Sorry.
No, it's not. It's not. No.
That was me missing the pickups there.
Oh, that's like James's Dollar Tree damn.
Dollar Tree fucking internet's not working.
Zeus, we've seen through episode 8 of the 6th season, so I think there's 13 episodes in total. So what, we have 5 episodes left?
I've been watching the White House Plumbers.
The what?
I've been watching the White House Plumbers. That's a story about the whole, the whole thing with Watergate.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad. It's all right. It's on HBO Max. I like Woody Harrelson, and he's okay.
I watched about 3 seasons into Narco Wars. That was pretty good.
So that was one of the best shows on Netflix. The fucking.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, man! Yeah, I love Narcos, man. It was awesome.
It's on Hulu. It's called Narco Wars.
Yeah, I know it's different. Yeah, I know it's different. Yeah,
Narcos is. I love that's one of my all-time favorite.
That's series. A great show. Yeah, that's a great series. Even Narco Mexico was good.
That last season but we got once again that was another victim of the pandemic. You know,
Mm-hmm.
very very
And,
kind of anticlimactic,
mm-hmm.
and really, you know, I mean, a lot of us were thinking they would continue with that same guy being El Chapo, you know, and they could have done another at least they could have done at least one more, if not two more seasons.
Yeah, it could have revolved around El Chapo. Yeah, yeah,
So
it was good stuff.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but the theme song was pretty catchy. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Doom, 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 doom.
you haven't seen any of Narcos? Oh man, I
There's
tell you,
so much I can't. Just will never get around to see. It's just
so because what I tell people, and I'm not trying to convince you to watch it, but what I tell people is, if you watch the first episode of Narcos, you're either gonna pass on it, or you're gonna be hooked.
I was hooked.
Because if you get through the scene with the Plato Plomo, if you get through that scene and you don't love it or hate it, then I mean, if you don't love it at that point, there's no point. You should just turn it off right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you get through the first 15, 20 minutes of that and you don't love it,
I was hooked instantly.
But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, Wagner Moura he's a great Escobar. You know, and
Yeah, he played him good. He did. He played him good. Yeah.
And you know, it's so funny too. Like after watching Narcos, like watching other movies about drugs and stuff, you know, I'm just like going, and because you know, because Narcos is based on the, you know, real life events, you know, it's made me go and research it. You know, I've done a lot of research on Pablo and his brother or his cousin and all the stuff that happened in Mexico, and it's really interesting because, you know, some things they changed, of course, but you know, it's just a lot of it's just all based on that real history. But then, like, when you hear Colombians speak, oh, we lost James again. But when Colombians speak, their Spanish is so different than Mexican Spanish, and I feel like that, you know, a lot of TV and movies over the years have just cast people and just let people speak with whatever accent that they have. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like that there's a lot of authenticity with that, with the Colombian Spanish in Narcos, you know, and like, what did I see the other day? I was rewatching Sicario, and
I like that movie.
yeah, and Emily Blunt, she's like, "Are you from Medellin?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, people. I'm like, everybody knows it's Medellin. It's not Medellin. That's not how you say it in Colombia. And if you were in the DEA or if you were involved with the drug trade, you wouldn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's like I got, you know, it's just like that whole, like, just the whole pronunciation, the whole culture, and it's really interesting to me. I've really, you know, just like a whole new like interest in all that shit that went on back then.
No, that's cool. Yeah, it is interesting. It is, you know,
because it's funny because people don't realize that cocaine, you know, hasn't been in America, you know, as a big time drug. You know, people are like, oh, well, it was in Coca-Cola 100 and some years ago. I'm like, yeah, but it really didn't come to this country and become a drug problem until the late 70s.
Yeah. And then the early 80s, it exploded.
Right.
Because it was the drug of Wall Street, remember?
Right.
You know?
Just every
all the traders, all the rich traders would buy cocaine, and it was like $300 a gram or some shit, some ridiculous price.
movie stars, athletes, everybody,
Yeah. White line, vision, dreams of passion.
Maybe even some. I bet you there was probably a lot of DJs in New York that had done some cocaine.
Oh yeah!
All right. Hey, it sounds like time to wrap this episode up.
Woo!
Jim.
Like,
that was good. That was good. First they chop on me for Evil Sonata. Now I get this. Look at this. Awesome.
That's right.
Hey, so
first Evil Sonata, now cocaine. I love it.
Y'all have anything going on next week?
No.
No, sir. I'm gonna actually try to watch wrestling.
Oh, okay. I can't say I'll watch any wrestling.
I'm gonna try to watch Raw, SmackDown, something.
I think I might watch some World Class this week.
That's good. That's good. I'm gonna actually try to watch some New Japan. I'm gonna see how bad this thing is really getting.
Yeah, you go ahead.
I want to see Gato book himself into a fucking closet.
I'm here live, Rochester, Albany, somewhere. I'm there. I'm so there.
Yeah.
God forbid they come to Buffalo. That would be great. But
they haven't been to Florida either in a while.
No, not since before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Been staying on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But you got anything going on, Pedro?
No, not next weekend. No,
just more of the
more
Twitch,
of the same. More of the same stuff.
You're more plucking up here. You're more plucking on the guitar string. Bling, bling, bling.
More of the noise making and all that business. But
I pluck on strings and I try to sing. My name is Pedro.
I need to introduce myself that way. Walk on strings and I try to sing. My name's Pedro.
My name is Pedro. I pluck on strings, I try to sing, and I walk my dog.
I don't have any dogs, but
there you go.
Hey, well, God willing, we'll see y'all next week. Everyone.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, take care and adieu.
Thanks for Brian Bell and Angie for hanging on the chat.
Yeah, thanks for Brian Bell and Angie and Ala Wolfie.
And Ala Wolf. Yes, sir. Thanks, guys. See you next week. Yo.